Friends, it is indeed a pleasure to see that you are aspiring to be a civil servant and preparing for the Indian civil service. Why civil service? What is the difference between civil service and other jobs? Indian civil service has a history which dates back prior to the independence of the country. The civil service was started by British to govern India as mandated by the British Parliament. So, the civil servant is a person who is associated with the process of governance. At the dawn of independence, the government had limited function to maintain the peace, law and order, and collect the revenue required for the government. After independence, the function of the government increased manifold, so as the responsibilities of the civil servant, because government discharges its responsibility, its sovereign function through the civil servant. Civil servants are the agents of the government who help government to fulfill its responsibility. Hence, when you want to join the civil service, in fact, you are willing, you want to join the process of governance. And this is the reason why civil service is different from other job. A software engineer, a doctor, they do not discharge the function of the government, but as a civil servant, you help government to govern, and this you have some responsibility, you have some respect, and you have some privilege and also some risks. And this is the reason when Constitution was framed, there is a chapter regarding the civil service. There is a separate chapter which talk about the Indian civil service, what are their function, what is the protection, because naturally when you discharge the function of the government, and in welfare state, the government means basically work for the welfare of the citizen. Earlier it was simply creating the ambience, atmosphere, which was a peaceful. Now government has with the welfare concept, the government has a responsibility to ensure that every citizen is giving an opportunity to comply with his basic needs, to live a dignified life, to ensure that he has been provided for all opportunities for his social and economic development, and this can be done if government successfully govern. Hence, as a civil servant, you are responsible basically for welfare of every citizen of the country, and that what exactly a function of the government, to tell in the word of Mahatma Gandhi, to wipe out last tier from last citizen of the country. So, government has a responsibility that over the year we establish the society which is equal economically, socially, because unless a society with economic and social equality is created, the people, the common man cannot live with dignity. And this is the function of every civil servant. The civil servant has a different branches. A civil servant manages every organ of the government. Hence, he has a responsibility towards the government, towards the citizen. And in welfare state, the interest of the government and interest of the citizen grow concomitantly. They are not diversified. A good government ensures the good citizen. A good government ensures that all citizens are looked after properly. And as a civil servant, this responsibility to ensure that every citizen is able to live dignified life is bestowed on you. And that is the reason when you want to join the civil service, you must have a mindset where you want to work for the common man. You want to ensure, your responsibility is to ensure that no person is discriminated against, no person is deprived of his basic rights. And when you do that, perhaps you will have to act against the people who are against the interests of the common citizen. And normally such peoples are powerful people. And there is every possibility that such powerful people will try to create the problem for you. And this is the reason why Constitution has given you protection. So, if as a civil servant your acts are not only as per the law, but are executed keeping in mind bona fide interests of the common man, you are nothing to worry. The Constitution gives you the protection. Hence, if there is any person who wants to harm you, the only thing you will have to do to establish that your action was genuinely bona fide action for general welfare of the people. And if this can be established, no person, however powerful, whether even the Prime Minister, cannot harm you. And this protection is not available to other people. This protection is available to you because you are expected to work for the welfare of the common man, not to harm anybody's interests, not with the vengeance against anybody, not with the bias of the religion, caste or the state, but ensuring that all citizens are the same, all citizens are entitled for the better life, and if you are able to do this, then there is a job satisfaction, there is a pleasure which a billionaire cannot get. The most important service among the civil service is the Indian Administrative Service, where you represent the government. A district collector is representing government for the district. So whatever are the responsibility of the government for welfare of the people are the responsibility of the collector as far as his district is concerned. He is responsible to ensure that there is a communal harmony. He is responsible to ensure that no person is discriminated against. He is responsible to ensure that the laws are implemented for the welfare of the people, and with the concept of welfare state, there are the additional responsibility of proactively implementing the schemes which are directed to for the welfare of the people. For example, if government, you as a representative of the government, construct the hospital in the rural area where peoples were not having earlier facility for the health. Now you are creating a hospital, running it properly, you ensure that the people's life quality is improved. And this pleasure, this job satisfaction, a richest industries cannot get. So friends, what should be the intention? What should be the mindset for the civil servant? Yes. And let me tell you, government does take care of your comfort. You will be reasonably looked after. But your job satisfaction cannot be measured by the financial benefit you get. But your job will be measured by how many people are happy, how many people are able to improve quality of life by your action. And this pleasure, this job satisfaction, you do not get anywhere. Hence, if this is the where people, and moreover, when you discharge your function properly, you genuinely work for the people, it is recognized by the society, and the privilege or the respect which society will give you, the billionaire also cannot get this. So this is a service where your success will not be measured by how much wealth you have collected over the year. Definitely you are well looked after, but the social privilege, the social respect which you will get if you discharge your function properly, the pleasure of working for the people which you will get here if you work sincerely for the people, no other job, no other service will provide. Hence, this is the service where your minimum comfort is linked with the comfort of the common man. Your comfort is linked with the welfare of the citizen. And in return, you get the respect. And with this mindset, if you join the civil service, not only you will be successful civil servant, but you have a great job satisfaction. And again, this is the service where a poorest of the poor can join. It doesn't require much investment. Like you want to become engineer, you want to become doctor, then it requires you few lakhs of the rupees. But this is the service which is meant for the poor man. A poorest of the poor who cannot have who is financially not able to invest, if he is ready to work hard, if he is ready to study, if he is ready to understand his society, if he is mentally fit, mentally tuned to understand what for government function, how the government function, basic about the any subject which is at the level of graduation, without much investment, a hard working person can join the civil service. Yes, it is a competition, but there is no alternative to the hard work. So here is your hard work, and only hard work is required. Whereas other profession, perhaps you need lot of investment. So this is service basically which a common man having no money for investment, but who wants to work hard, he wants to work hard to join the service, and he wants to work for the common man after joining the service, can join. And this opportunity you will not get anywhere. And nothing is hidden. The syllabus is over. The investment is not required. There is a good social respect. If you work sincerely, there is a constitutional protection, and to cap it, you have once you work very sincerely, you are respected by the society much more than the minister or much more than the richest person. Hence, any person who wants to really work hard, who wants to really work for the people, the civil service is meant for them. And in fact, the poor the person coming in the civil servant, he will be more effective, because having come from the common people, he knows the need of the common people, he knows the mind of the common people, and if he has a dedication, a mindset, he will be more successful civil servant. And the respect you get in this service, the job satisfaction you get in this service, you get nowhere. Hence, my only humble request to you, join the civil service knowingly that this is a service which requires the dedication, this is a service which it does not require the investment, hence no more return in the financial term, but it requires the hard work. So more pleasure of job satisfaction and great pleasure for working for the common man. If the civil servant join the service with this mindset, he genuinely work for the people, we will in the process create the society which is envisaged in the constitution, a just society, a equal society, the society where nobody will be harmed, nobody will be discriminated because of his caste, religion, or because he was born poor, but everybody will have a basic needs, will have a dignified life. And please join the service with this mindset. In the process, you are creating a better India. And thank you.